Hey everyone, and welcome to another Rope for a Q video, and this time it's a league match. Well, it's not a league match, but it's a match with my new Shrewsbury League team. As you'll know, we've played a couple of matches before, well, before this match that I'm going to show you, but I was unable to film them. Well, one of them I was unable to film, the other one, the other team didn't turn up. So either way, I didn't get videos, but this time it was a home match, so I was able to film it. But it wasn't a league match, it was actually our first match in the cup. Now in Shrewsbury, the annual cup competition, Handicap Cup competition, is called the Teckoe Trophy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Apologies to John, unfortunately he's no longer with us, if I'm not pronouncing that right. But I believe John, never met him, but I believe he was a long-standing member of the Shrewsbury Snooker community, and gave a lot to the game of snooker in Shrewsbury. So as a mark of respect, they named the annual Team Handicap Cup competition after him. So this was our first match. I need to explain the handicaps a little bit because you may be shocked by the handicap that we receive. Now the handicaps are based on last season's performance in the league, not in the cup. And the winner of Division 1, so the cup is like the FA Cup, it encompasses all teams from Division 1 and Division 2. The winner of Division 1 will receive no handicap, right the way down to whoever came at the bottom of the foot of Division 2 will receive the most handicap, and it increments by 5 points. So Division 1 runner-up received 5, third place 10, etc, etc. And any new teams coming in, they get the same as the team who finished bottom of the Division 2. So in this case, we're a new team, so we actually get the maximum handicap, which in this case was 105 points. Now it's 105 points over the course of 4 frames. So the matches are played as an aggregate score, so the frame 1 score gets added to frame 2, 3, plus the handicap. It's whoever has the most points after 4 frames plus the handicap will take the win. So we got 105 points for this season, which is, I'm not going to lie, is pretty generous. I'd like to think we would have been sort of, at the very least, sort of pushing mid-table, top half of mid-table Division 2, if not better. So, we probably got a pretty generous handicap. So this is a good chance. I don't want to put the kibosh on it, but this is a good chance for us this season to get a good run in the cup, because we do have a very generous handicap. So the team we're playing is another Meole Brace club team. So they're a team that actually got promoted from Division 2 to Division 1 last season. So they're sort of almost exactly in the middle of the sort of handicaps, and they have a handicap of 50 points, which means that we essentially have a difference of 55 points. So how this video is going to work, I'm going to show 2 frames in this video, and I'm going to show 2 frames in tomorrow's video. And in each frame, I'm going to show the current frame score as if it had been from scratch, and also the frame score with aggregate in mind. And then by the end of tomorrow's video, we'll know the result of the match. So let's get on with it, and as we go into commentary, I'll introduce the players from each team.
Off we go with frame 1 then, and it's got to break, and he's up against Brendan, who's usually the player that goes first on our team. He's the most experienced league player we've got, in that he was in another team last year and thankfully decided to come over and play for my team this year. So yeah, just a little bit about the sort of scoreboard. We've got the standard scoreboard, which is the current frame score, and then above that we've got the aggregate score, which is taking into account the handicap, and also as we go further into the match it will include scores from previous frames. So just a reminder, I'm hoping I said it in the introduction, I haven't filmed the introduction yet, but I hope I said it in the introduction that this is a handicap cup match, and the handicaps are decided in that essentially the team that finished top of Division 1 gets 0 handicap, the team that finished second gets 5, all the way down to the team that finished bottom of Division 2, which I think gets 100. Now, any new teams that come in get 5 less than that, sorry, 5 more than that. So if the bottom team last year got 100, we are a new team. I think one of two new teams, so we get 105. This team we're playing is another Meole team, so another team from my club, and they got a 50 break. So they were a team that were, I believe, were promoted last year. So they were in Division 2 in the league last year, and then they got promoted. Anyway, on with the match. Just to say, I'm still suffering a bit from a cold, so I'm going to try and keep the talking to a minimum now all that explanation and exposition is out the way, so we can avoid the match. There's yours truly, making a cameo appearance as a referee in this frame. So you might find the scoreboard is a little out of sync. Sometimes it was recorded live, and then I had to tie it up back together again, so it was quite difficult in places. The other thing we should say is because this is point-based, not like frame-based, we have to play to the black on every frame. So even though, you know, there'll be a couple of these frames where obviously one player is clearly in the lead and the other player can't win the frame with the balls left, we have to play for the black to work out the actual frame difference in score. So chance here for Brendan. He's got a 5-point lead. Oh, but the red climbs back out. How many times do we see it on this table with these tight cut pockets? That's a nice pop by Scott. He's pretty well on this blue. I guess he felt it was too thin to the middle, but he's got a little fortunate there to go in off the red, but never mind, it went in, and that's a good red as well, nicely on the pink. But again, these middle pockets, not easy on this table. These guys, obviously, they are another Meole team, but they play their games, their home games, on a different table, so they're not as used to this table as we are. Although I'm sure they play on this table occasionally in practice and as such. So in that balk, yeah, oh, just a little bit of right hand side on that, so it caught the brown. And it's wound up awkward in the jaws of the pocket. So just a safety shot, is he going to try and cut this into the middle? I don't know. I don't know whether he tried to play that or not. So a good safety shot from Scott. On the table from Brendan. The club was rammed this night, every table in use. I think there was at least one of them, maybe two other cup games on, because it was this is obviously the first week of the cup, so every team was in action, I believe. Well, every team but one, I think, because maybe there was a bye. No, every team was in action. So a bit of a safety mistake there from Scott, so a little bit of a chance here for Brendan. Yeah, it's a nice pot. Cannon on the green, just made the cue for the pink awkward, so it ended up being touching on the green, so he just played safety shot. That's a good snooker from Brendan there. Fairly big target to hit from Scott, but I can't believe he's gone right through the middle of the red and hit that black. That's very unlucky. So I guess the good thing about us having a significant lead at the start of this match is that we can proverbially... Oh, that's a thin one that he's just missed. We can proverbially proverbially park the bus kind of thing and just play safe, try and prevent them from scoring too much and take the chances that we get offered. Whereas those guys do have to come out and maybe take on pots that they perhaps wouldn't normally take on. So that's something to bear in mind with this match. Yeah, there we go. A good safety shot from Brendan again. That's worked out okay-ish in the end, unless Brendan can get through to this red. He's not even going to take it on. So thin one off this red below the black. Up behind the green and brown. And that table's not quite quick enough. Well, I think it would have hit the green anyway. Did well to avoid the double kiss there. Gets a pretty good result from it. That was very thin. That was well played, actually, and he could get a very nice result from that. This is a really nasty snooker, to be fair. That was a good hit. It was a very good hit. Obviously his left one, but still, nice hit. So yeah, just ignore the frame score, basically. It's always going to say 0-0 at a best of one kind of thing, because the scoring app I use, there's no way of having a sort of aggregate match like this. You still have to have a frame-based one, so just do these as individual one-frame matches, basically. This was only our second match as a team, our first home match. First match we played away, and you've seen, I mean, I didn't show any of that because I can't really film away matches, but we did win that match 3-1. A bit of anguish expression on Scott's face there. Knows he's left a chance here for Brendan. But Brendan's tried to punch that in and end up missing it. So it's Brendan's turn to leave a bit of a sitter, albeit with a rest. Oh, and he's missed it, unfortunately. Well, Brendan's not been punished so far. Got a decent lead. Stretched the lead of our aggregate score and our handicap. Oh, that's a good double. Played that with confidence. Missed that one though. It's a shame because he would have obviously had an easy black. Scott just missed. I'm sure he meant to hit it the first time and not off the cushion. So just again, not a terrible result. Although Brendan could maybe get this red in. Could he get in a colour though? I suppose the black is in a nice position if he can get back into the middle of the table. That's what he tried, but the red didn't go in. He was a bit fortunate though that the cue ball caught in the jaws and didn't leave Scott anything to go for rather. Another one climbed out. Yeah, you can't believe that. It climbed out of the pocket. These middle pockets, man. Can he get through the point angle there? I mean, I was refereeing and I don't think he could get through to that point angle, but it's one of those that maybe he was a little frustrated that he hadn't had anything easier, so I just decided to see if he could force it. Decent attempt there, but no pot. Reds have gone a little awkward now. I expect this is going to be a lengthy frame. That's a decent attempt as well. Almost fluked it. Now the black's awkward as well. Oh, that's opened them up a little bit. Not a red really that's safe now. Yeah, another nice confident pot there from Brendan. He's on the blue, might be a bit straight, but points are probably more important, I think. Where's the cue ball going to land? Hands up from Brendan in apology. But good composure from Scott. Plays a decent safety. Tap on the table from Brendan. That's a nicely controlled weighted pot there. But the black didn't go. We really need some colours with those reds, unfortunately. Does Scott. Not quite. Played it with pace, obviously he wanted the white to come around the angles, and yeah, he got away with another one there, as our Brendan. So just a safety shot. It was a good attempt to get behind the green and black. Oh, yeah, very close. Could have done with just a cannon on the green, I think, to hold the cue ball there. Half chance here. Well, full chance really, but Scott's turned this pot down. I think he felt that he couldn't avoid the cannon on the red on the cushion by playing the other red, the slightly easier pot. And if he'd cannoned the red, he wouldn't have a colour. So I decided to take the more difficult red in pursuit of a colour. Well, Brendan nearly flukes one, but doesn't. So here, now can Scott, has he got enough angle on this red to get back to balk after potting it? Well, that's what he tried by forcing it round the angles, but he ended up missing it, and then ends up fouling by knocking the blue in, very unfortunate. That's a cracking pot from Brendan. playing here? Just a snooker? Yeah, just a snooker. Good one as well. There wasn't much in the way of pots on. Oh, that's a good hit. Doesn't deserve to leave something easy for Brendan. That was a good hit. But he did leave something easy for Brendan. But that cannon on the yellows just spoiled things a little bit. Although he is still on this black. It's just a bit more awkward than he would have liked. But it goes in nicely. Little flick on the blues. Not done him any harm really. Although maybe he would have been put a little bit further away from the cushion. There it goes. Well, he's on the wrong side of this blue, but it's the points that matter now. And he's forced it round pretty well, to be fair. It was a good attempt to try and get round for the red. But just a safety shot. Oops, forgot to unmute my mic there. So obviously this frame is well and truly over in terms of winning the frame, but as we've already discussed, it's more about the points. So we will play to the black goes down, or at least 7 points are scored on the black. Now, can Scott lay a snooker here? That's what he's done. That's pretty good. Oh, lucky to miss the black there, but it's a foul nonetheless. Maybe a free ball. Just putting the points, yeah, play the free ball. Trying to lay another snooker behind the brown. I think he gets one behind the pink. But a bit of an easier one to escape from. And has Brendan snooking him back? He has. Very fortunate from Brendan. And he's just missed it. That was millimetres away. And definitely a free ball. Yeah, that was a very difficult snooker to get out of. It's not going Scott's way, unfortunately, but everything's going the way of Brendan at the moment. So, a mistake from Brendan, and he's just put the white on the cushion again, so difficult pot for Scott. But the pink and the black are there. He wasn't far off it, and he's unlucky to leave it, really. Yeah, another good confident pot roll from Brendan. He's not squandering many chances, to be fair. Might be getting the rub of the ball, the run of the balls a little bit. He's mixed my metaphors there, rub of the green, run of the balls. But he is making good attempt, he's taking advantage of it. Oh, that's a great yellow, and not far off bringing the green out as well. That would have been shot of the match, to be fair. Or shot of the frame at least. And he tries to get a snooker behind the blue, but doesn't quite manage it. I think Scott does pretty much want to give up, but obviously we have to play on. A great green there from Brendan. And another hand up because he's got away with another one. Very thin one, but plays it well. Just obviously thinner than he was intending, so the cue balls come right the way back down the table. Good pot. Not really much that Brendan could do there. We're not far away with that one, and would have been on the pink, I think. And has he snooked him again? Not quite, but still blocked any kind of chance of a pot. And has Scott left this. Cue ball's going to run on, and he has left it. That's very unfortunate. So it's turned into a bit of a thumping. This not over yet, but either way, we're going to have essentially doubled our lead in the first frame. My understanding is that Scott is... Oh, what a fluke that is. He deserves it, to be fair. My understanding is Scott is a reserve player for the team, and he doesn't play very often. I think before this match, he hadn't played for a couple of months, maybe more. So, there's that to bear in mind. And also, Brendan had a little bit of good fortune, but also played well. The two of those things tend to come in hand. If you're playing well, you do find you get a little bit of good fortune. But at least Scott finished off with a black, so yeah, pretty good first frame for us.
So a very strong first frame from Brendan there, and puts us in a really good footing going into the rest of this match. If you like this video so far, please do give it a thumbs up and like it, and that will get it out to a wider audience. And also, if you're watching the video without being subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing to Road for Q. Doesn't cost anything, and it's the best way to follow along with my snooker journey, which is supposed to show improvement, but it rarely does. Anyway, let's get into the second frame.
So on we go with frame 2, and next up for our team is Sam Falconer, who's Isaac's brother. Isaac you may have seen on the channel, or you definitely have seen on the channel before. I've played a couple of friendlies with him, and a couple of GA snooker matches against him. So he's obviously a regular. He's in the team as well, but he's not playing in this match. Sam, his brother, specifically joined the team to cover for Isaac when Isaac was on holiday. Isaac at this point was on holiday in Florida, trying to avoid the hurricane. Sam is playing in this match. Sam is very much a part-time player as well. He does play in our GA Snooker League, but unfortunately had to drop out of the most recent Summer League because he just didn't find the time to play any matches. So hopefully he'll join in future events on GA Snooker, and hopefully he'll pop up in a couple of other matches in the league as well. But his opponent, Gary, I don't know Gary. I understand he's a pretty handy player. I've seen him in the club a couple of times, but I've never played him, nor really sort of seen him play. So I don't know. We'll see. He got a good red, but then just didn't quite get that hold of that brown, and sent it right the way down the other end of the table. But anyway, we've got such a good aggregate lead now that hopefully it's taken any pressure that was potentially on Sam completely off, because as long as he keeps the scoring to keeps Gary scoring down, then even a frame loss is a good result for us. That's a good pot with that bridging. These tight pockets though, again, maybe just not quite used to this table as much as we are. This is by far the table with this table has got by far the tightest pockets in the club. This is a Riley tournament cut table. It's not in the best condition, but the pockets are at very least tournament cut. Yeah, another miss on the colour there. So low scoring at the moment. Half a chance here for Sam to get some points on the board. Not quite though. Can he get through to this middle one? Or is he just playing off it for safety? No, he could get through to it. So Sam just not quite got his eye in yet. We did have a warm-up beforehand, but obviously that was, you know, the first frame took the best part of an hour, so you know, without editing, so Sam has essentially going back in cold, really. I mean, that's the same for the other players as well, but for the opposition, but that's a good pot. Is he going to get... No, I thought he might get below the brown and be able to get to the black, but not quite, so just a safety. Almost got the double plant. No, not quite. Now, can Sam punish here and get this red in, get round for the blue or the green? Not quite. Takes it all in his stride to Sam, doesn't get riled or rattled, so you know, shouldn't have any problems with composure or anything like that. Oh, that was close. Doesn't get much closer without going in. Now, here's a chance for Sam to get some points on the board. What can he do with the cue ball though? Oh, he's just making sure of the pot. Don't blame him for that. Getting off 0. And the black is on. Is he, or is he going for the brown? Can he get through to the brown? No, he's going for the black. Obviously, he couldn't get through to the brown. But didn't get the black and give Gary a chance to play a snooker, but didn't quite get the snooker. He snookered on most of the reds, but not the one he played. And Sam has tried to repay that in kind with a snooker of his own. And similar situation, left a couple of reds, but that one is the easier one to hit. Again, Sam's trying to get behind the brown and black, but didn't quite manage it again. Oh, that was close. Fired that one towards the yellow pocket. So, will Gary be bothered to get the... No, he wasn't going to get the rest out. Played the more difficult pot. I don't think there's much to go out well. There's this one, very thin. Oh, has it got the legs? It has not got the legs. That was a great line. Just a containing shot there from Gary, just making sure he's covered this red to the corner. And again, similar from Sam, good touch. And yeah, just a bit of an awkward one there, so now Sam can get this red in, hopefully get the colour. Oh, he can't. Has he potted it? No, he hasn't, thankfully. Wow, what's that shot? That was ridiculous. Obviously not played for, but yeah, it was unlucky for Gary, to be fair, to be putting that snooker. Oh, that's a good pot though. I mean, at this point, okay, he didn't get out of colour, but at this point, maybe just taking reds off the table to stop Gary from getting points off them is not a bad strategy. course. Yeah, that's a good double. And he's on the yellow, I believe, yeah. Yeah, not much to do with the cue ball here. But he doesn't want to cover the easy one. Well, he's covered the easy one, but he has got another one. I was thinking he's one to the left top corner. It's just come a bit far for this one, so I'm having to use the rest. But that is a good pot. So, decent little break here from Gary. Yeah, he's played that nicely as well. Should be on the right side of the blue. Well, either side of the blue is fine because there's reds both on the table, but the easier red is back towards the balk end. Yeah, that's a good pot and a really nice bit of topspin action to get pretty much perfectly on this red. Yeah, he's queuing really nicely now with Gary. 17 break. Oh, but he just queued across that one a little bit, and it's a shame because he's not far off getting on a red as well. I do wonder if he'd got that blue in, whether it would have meant he would have been on that red, but we'll never know. Good pot. He's on the pink as well. That's good. Playing that with lots of top. Okay, just another containing one from Sam. I think he snookered on that open red, so I have to play the red by the brown, and he ends up trying to play it really thin and misses. So, a few more points on Sam's score. It was a little bit risky hitting the pink. Not sure whether he meant to hit the pink, to be fair, but he did. That one far off. This last red's proving a little, not last red, the second last red rather, proving a little awkward. Still proving awkward, but I'm going to leave it over the pocket. Well, not quite over the pocket, but I think it is cuttable. It looks thinner than it is, I think, but it's not in. Good cue ball though. Yeah, good little safety shot from Sam. Making sure he got that red safe. Pretty good reply from Gary, I think. I don't know if he was trying to bring that red out, but if he was, that was a good shot. And okay, there is a chance this red, but it's difficult. And that's brought a few balls into play here, so Gary could make some points here. He obviously needs to get some points. He's got some points on the board, but he needs to get some reasonably good points on the board to try and claw back some of that lead. Oh, that red's out now at least. Hopefully move the frame on a bit. Where's this red going? No, not quite. Now, confirm. Get this red in. Get on brown. I can. Just come away from the cushion a little bit, but he can lean over. He's quite tall. And yeah, made sure of the brown. Well, not made sure of it, but nice feel of the brown. Well, that's a pretty good result there. Well, no, I thought he was snookered, but obviously not. Oh, another good red. So only 9 points behind, which is excellent, really. Oh, sorry, only 10 points behind. No, 9 points behind. The scoreboard was a bit delayed. So I'm sure Gary will want to get as many points as he can from these last 27 available. Well, that was awkward. Oh, that's a good hit though. And that's an excellent pot. And a good safety. Green nice and safe. Snooker attempt, yeah. Not far off. Just a bit more pace. Oh, that was close. Oh, he's going for the trick shots now. To be fair, he got him nicely on the brown. If it'd gone in. So Sam. Third time lucky? Not quite. Well, the doubles are flying off. They're just not flying in. There's a double kiss. But he's got away with it. Another double attempt. It's like the fifth double attempt in 6 shots or something. So this green is proving elusive to both of them. I think he was trying to get past the brown, but where's this green going? Where's the green going? Oh, that's very close to dropping in. Oh, that white raced off the cushion there. I think Sam might have left a chance here. No, half a chance. Oh, he's also just walked into the camera. Oh, that's close. Lucky it was just my GoPro and not my expensive camera. Not that GoPros are cheap, but you know what I mean. That's a good brown. Anyway, another double, treble, quadruple attempt. but not quite. But he's not left it. So back to only 10 points behind. So basically, the worst he can be is 28 points behind here. So that would be a good result for us to go even 28 behind if Gary goes on and clears. Well, he didn't clear this time, but you could still pot these two last remaining colours. Oh, that's a good pink though, so very good. So we're now only 9 points behind. Has he fluked it? He hasn't, but he's left it. Nestled against the jaw here though, so it's not as easy as it looks. But in it goes. As long as the cue ball doesn't go in, that is the end of frame 2.
So yeah, a pretty good performance from Sam there. He didn't win the frame, but he managed to limit the scoring there down to the point where we didn't lose much of our handicap, and we're in a really strong position going into the second half of this match. So pretty pleased with Sam. It was his first ever league match, first ever match for the team. As I said in the commentary, he's only sort of in there as a reserve for his brother Isaac, who was on holiday at the time of this match. And yeah, he did a really sterling job to fill in for Isaac and really helped the team in this match. So how will we get on in the second 2 frames, one of which I will be part of? Well, join me tomorrow in tomorrow's video and we'll find out.